Today, me and my girlfriend are installing vinyl floor
Yep.
to our camper van.
To his camper van.
I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks.
Some tips and tricks.
Subscribe.
Hey, YouTube!
Vinyl floor in our camper van. And this is the colorway we decided to go with. And let's get into it. We went with these guys because they're waterproof. And we also got this because it just snaps together with the tongue and groove. So it is easy install, so it should be quick, but
The thickness is 6 millimeters
that's all we do.
by 16.54 square feet.
So here's all the stuff we're using to do our flooring. So we have this special orange item, which I will show you what we're using this for later. Also, I'm going to be linking everything in the description below. Engineer flooring tools. So we have a rubber mallet to knock this into place. Since we are using a tongue and groove style vinyl flooring, a whole bunch of other tools where you can like mallet it into place, just like that. So this is what we're going to be using as our template to map out this section right here around both of the wheel wells. And then once we map it out for these little grooves right here, we're going to flip it over and do it on this side. Alright, so here's our template that we just made. So my dad and I got that piece of cardboard and laid it out. Basically what we did is we took this orange piece and we used it to scribe these edges right here. So we pushed it in there and then we locked it in place, and then we put this on the cardboard, and then we took our pencil and we just traced where it needed to be, cut it off with scissors, and boom. So now it is a perfect fit in there. So when we go over to our wood, we're gonna lay it on there and just cut it off, and it should all just fit seamlessly. Same thing on this side. We actually took the cut off piece and just taped it along here. This one is perfectly in tune with that. Then we're gonna flip it and see how well it matches up with that side. If no adjustments are needed, we're good to go. All right, so we are using a staggering stance here. We have our template right here, and we're gonna be putting it up against here and marking it with pencil, and then cutting that out and just sliding it right in. So now my dad's using a tool to knock this into place. And yeah. All right, so now this side is in. So I highly suggest you follow this guy's template idea. All right, so now that we have this whole side done, we're gonna mark right here on the wood, and then we're gonna cut it off, and then we're gonna snap it in. It should fit perfectly right there. Side will go right in, and then now you can lay that one down. It fits almost perfectly. So now we have this tool that my dad has, calls it the Z thing. So you're gonna put it up in there.
Where's the mallet?
Just like this. So you're gonna put it back there in that groove and hit that, so it pulls the wood right into here.
Here. Now we need the block.
So now you're gonna want to just mallet it in to snap it in.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta hit it some more.
Oh, it's bad. It's right on the seam.
Yeah.
The seam is on the seam, on the floor.
All right, so now after you do that malleting, it is a smooth, flush crevice, as you can see right there, and it is in there.
Crevasse.
Perfect.
Crevasse.
That's right. And now we do this side. All right, so now that we have our template and we used it on the left side, we're now going to take it and flip it upside down. So it's upside down right now. so it will fit the right side of the wheel well. So what you're going to want to do is get 4 boards and lay them out like this, 16 inches this way, and then just slide on the 2 boards. So this is going to be the end. Take this template you made and put it over here until it's at the end right here. Boom, matches up perfectly. Then boom.
Whose idea was this?
That was that guy's idea right there, actually. Hold on, let it focus. Boom. So now you're gonna trace out right there, and that's all you need to cut, and then you can basically take this whole thing and just slide it right in, and it should fit perfectly. So now we're gonna trace it, and we're gonna also trace right here. So do not forget that. That's why we messed up last time. We didn't have this board. So trace right here, cut, put in the van. What do you gotta say about that?
Who messed up last time?
You. So now we're gonna take this and literally just transfer this into the van. So for the last one over there, we use that orange thing to scribe, and we're gonna cut this piece off so it fits in there perfect.
The only thing is, I didn't account for that. So I'm trying to figure out where it starts to bend right about. I was using scrap, so.
Nice. Looks good. Looks great. It fits, and it's in there.
Yeah?
Just doesn't look the best.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, yeah, we're not gonna see it anyway.
That's fine. I just wanted it.
Final piece being placed. Wow, that looked really good. It's done.
Here's what I would do. I was reading up on it. Different seals. You could get these rubber seals, they're weatherproofing, and put those along the.
Unfortunately, this is all of our waste. This whole stack. And we actually had to get a 6th box, and I believe we have 4 left over. So here is what we are using to now seal our flooring. So we're going to be using this Loctite. This is the same stuff we used on our furring strips. So I will link this below. It will go into our electric caulking gun, and we're going to use a hammer and nail to puncture it. And then we're going to go along all of the edges and do the door openings last. So now we're going to take this tool that we bought from Lowe's. It is a Husky caulking edge tool. So we're going to take this and just drive it all across the edge. We got our stair edging, so this is what's going to go on the edge of our flooring by the door openings. We went with matte black, and we got this at Menards. It also comes with nails that you can put in each of the holes, pre-drilled holes. So I'm going to be covering this with low E as my final part of insulation. And then obviously this one we will do later when we have our water tank. We'll just put a piece in there and then put the tank right on top. All right, and to finish off the flooring, we are going to put on these trim pieces, and we just measured everything out. So the longer one goes here. This one will go for the other side for the sliding door. So there's a bunch of holes already in here, and it actually comes with screws with like twist on it, but we just went ahead and bought some threaded screws to mount this to the floor. And all you're gonna need is a small drill bit that will go through here. Boom, just like that. That looks good.